Now we will see class 12 macroeconomics, chapter 6 commercial banks and central bank, part 3. 4. Legal reserve requirements. Variable reserve ratio method. According to legal reserve requirements, commercial banks are obliged to maintain the reserves. It is a very quick and direct method for controlling the credit creating power of commercial banks. Commercial banks are required to maintain the reserves on two accounts. 1. Cash reserve ratio CRR. It refers to the minimum percentage of the net demand and time liabilities to be kept by commercial banks with the central bank. A change in CRR affects the ability of commercial banks to create the credit. For instance, an increase in CRR reduces the excess reserves of commercial banks and limits their credit creating power. Number 2. Statutory liquidity ratio SLR. It refers to minimum percentage of net demand and time liabilities which commercial banks are required to maintain with themselves. SLR is maintained in the form of designed liquid assets such as excess reserves, unencumbered, the government and other approved securities or current account balances with other banks. Change in SLR affects the freedom of banks to sell the government securities or borrow against them from the central bank. An increase in SLR reduces the ability of banks to give the credit and vice versa. The Reserve Bank can influence the credit creation power of banks by making changes in CRR and SLR. Unencumbered securities refer to those securities which are not acting as security for loans from central bank. Approved securities refer to those securities whose repayment is guaranteed by the government. 5. Margin requirements. Margin is the difference between the amount of loan and the market value of the security offered by the borrower against the loan. If the margin fixed by the central bank is 40%, then the commercial banks are allowed to give a loan only up to 60% of the value of security. By changing the margin requirements, the Reserve Bank can alter the amount of loans made against securities by the banks. An increase in margin reduces the borrowing capacity and money supply. A fall in margin encourages the people to borrow more. RBI may prescribe the different margins for different type of borrowers against the security of the same commodity. Margin is necessary because if a bank gives a loan equal to the full value of security, then bank will suffer a loss in case of fall in price of security. Other instruments of credit control. Moral suasion. This is the combination of perception and the pressure that commercial bank applies on other banks in order to get them act in a manner in a line with its policy. Moral suasion is exercised through the discussions, letters, speeches and hints to the bank. The Reserve Bank frequently announces its policy position and urges the banks to cooperate in implementing its credit policies. Moral suggestions can be used for both quantitative as well as qualitative credit control. Generally, central bank succeeds in convincing the banks as it acts as the lender of last resort. However, no Punitive action is taken in case they do not follow the advice or request. 2. Selective credit controls. Under selective credit controls, the RBI gives the direction to other banks to give or not to give the credit for certain purposes to particular sectors. This method can be applied in both the positive and negative manner. In positive manner, it means using measures to channelize the credit to priority sectors. The priority sector includes small scale industry, agriculture, exports, etc. In negative manner, it means using the measures to restrict the flow of credit to particular sector. The credit control instruments of RBI, quantitative with qualitative instruments. The central bank, the Reserve Bank of India, controls credit through the various methods which are also categorized as quantitative and qualitative methods. The quantitative methods include repo rate policy, bank rate policy, open market operations, varying reserves requirements. The qualitative methods include margin requirements, moral succession, selective credit controls. The quantitative instruments are general in nature and it affects all the sectors making the use of bank rate. However, the qualitative instruments are specific in nature, that is, they affect the flow of credit for a particular use. The quantitative controls are designed to regulate the total volume of credit, whereas the qualitative controls are designed to regulate the direction of credit. The quantitative methods are also known as the traditional methods of control, and the qualitative methods are also known as selective methods of control. Custodian of foreign exchange reserves. The central bank also acts as the custodian of country's stock of gold and reserves of foreign exchange. These functions enables the central bank to exercise as a reasonable control on foreign exchange. According to regulations of foreign exchange, all foreign exchange transactions must be routed through RBI. Centralization of foreign exchange transaction with the Reserve Bank serves two objectives. 1. It helps the bank in stabilizing the external value of currency. 2. It helps in pursuing a coordinate policy towards the balance of payments situation of the country. 6.6 Central bank versus commercial bank. The various points of difference between the central and commercial bank are: basis, central bank, commercial bank. Meaning, central bank is an apex body that controls, operates, regulates and directs the entire banking and monetary structure of the country. Commercial bank is an institution which performs the functions of accepting deposits, granting loans and making investment with the objective of earning profits. Status: it is the apex institution in the money market. It is nearly a unit in the banking structure of the country and operates under the control of central bank. Ownership: it is generally owned and governed by the government. It can be owned and governed by the government or the private sector. Objective: it operates in public interest without the profit motive. It aims to maximize the profits. Issues of currency: it has the sole monopoly in the issue of currency. It has no power to issue currency. Public dealing: it does not deal directly with the public. It deals directly with the public. Number of banks: there is only one central bank in country due to peculiar nature of its activities. For example, RBI in India. There are number of commercial banks in a country. For example, State Bank of India, Punjab National Bank, etc. in India. Thank you. Sharing is caring. Comment your thoughts. Subscribe for more knowledge.